He gonna swing on me. I ain't did nothing to that man, bro.
An explosive night out in Atlanta. Drama isn't new in Atlanta's nightlife. People go out expecting wild nights, celebrity sightings, and the kind of energy that only the city's top clubs can deliver. But last night? Last night was on a whole different level. Even the most experienced club hoppers were left speechless by what went down. The most exclusive spot in the city was lit, filled with stars, influencers, and every kind of mover and shaker. The kind of night where the music is loud, the lights never stop flashing, and you can feel the electricity in the air. At first, it was a normal high-energy evening. People were vibing, dancing, and living it up. But not everyone was there just for a good time. In one corner of the VIP section, Kirk Frost and young Jock were sitting in a booth that looked more like a throne. Normally, these two are the loudest in the room, joking, smiling, throwing money in the air. But last night, something was different. Both of them were dressed sharp, looking like they owned the place, but their faces said otherwise. They weren't drinking much. Their eyes weren't smiling. Instead of partying, they were scanning the crowd, searching for someone. It didn't take long to realize who they were waiting for. Scrappy walked in like he always does, confident, charming, and soaking up the love. His signature swagger was on full display. Fans lit up when they saw him.
Man, I am frustrated and irritated, man.
He was hugging people, snapping selfies, laughing loud, and clearly enjoying himself. Scrappy has a presence when he walks in, the energy shifts. And last night, it did. But while the majority of the club was celebrating his arrival, two pairs of eyes in the corner were locked on him. Kirk and Jock weren't clapping or raising glasses. They were focused, watching Scrappy's every move. They weren't there to party. They were there for a conversation, the kind that doesn't happen over bottle service. Some people picked up on it. A dancer at the bar paused mid-routine, glancing over to where Scrappy stood. A few security guards subtly changed position. Even the DJ adjusted the tempo like he could feel something brewing. Back in the VIP booth, things were quiet. Too quiet. Kirk leaned in to speak to Jock, and whatever he said made Jock check his phone. Then, Jock tilted his head in the direction of Scrappy, signaling something. Kirk squinted, following the look. They were locked in. Ready. Across the room, Scrappy kept doing his thing. He wasn't hiding from anything, but someone in his crew must have whispered something to him because he suddenly glanced over his shoulder straight toward the VIP booth. Just a quick look. But it was enough to confirm it. He knew they were watching. And they knew he saw. That tension? It was about to boil over. Moments later, Kirk and Jock stood up. They stepped down from their booth and began walking straight through the crowd. No yelling. No rushing. Just walking with purpose. Like they didn't need to say a word to get people out of the way. And sure enough, the crowd split. Scrappy turned and spotted them moving toward him. He adjusted his stance, not aggressive, not afraid, more like trying to keep things calm. He opened his arms a little. "What's up?" he asked, cool but curious. "Scrappy," Jock said, voice low but serious. "You been talking?" Scrappy's expression shifted slightly, not panic, but confusion. "Talking?" he asked, raising an eyebrow. "What are you talking about?" Kirk didn't waste time. "You've been playing both sides," he said. "Smiling in our faces, and then running your mouth behind the scenes." Before Scrappy could respond, Kirk pulled out his phone and held it up like proof. "We got receipts," he added. Jock stepped closer. "Last week at that studio? You think people ain't loyal to us? They sent us everything. Word for word." Scrappy looked at the screen, then back at them. "That's not the whole story," he said, raising his voice a little. "Yeah, I said some things, but not the way y'all trying to make it seem." The air got thicker. Scrappy's tone changed. He wasn't calm anymore. His jaw clenched, and his face turned red. "Y'all acting like I'm fake," he snapped. I've been real with both of y'all more times than I can count. He stepped forward. You think I care about receipts? Half the people y'all cool with are fake anyway. Ain't no real loyalty in this scene. Now people were really watching. Phones were slowly coming out. A few folks stepped back, sensing things were getting serious. Even the DJ turned the volume down, letting the voices carry more clearly across the club. Scrappy pointed at Kirk's phone. Go ahead. Show them everything. Show them what you said when I wasn't around. Jock looked ready to explode, but Kirk put a hand on his chest. Let him talk, he said calmly. I held y'all down, Scrappy continued. But now, 'cause of a couple twisted words, y'all ready to turn your backs? The circle around them was growing, but no one wanted to get too close. The entire vibe in the club had shifted. It wasn't about who said what anymore, it was about pride, trust, and ego. Then came the spark. Scrappy stepped forward again, now chest to chest with Jock. No more distance. No more patience. You might want to fall back, Kirk warned in a low voice. Before this gets real. Scrappy stared him down. It is real. And just like that, Jock leaned forward just enough to test Scrappy. Scrappy shoved him hard. Jock stumbled backward, knocking into someone. A glass hit the floor. A drink splashed. The music hadn't even fully stopped when the chaos erupted. Kirk lunged. One of Scrappy's guys jumped in. That only made things worse. Security raced in from every direction, trying to get a handle on it. Scrappy's crew wasn't going down without a fight. One of them shoved a bouncer, yelling, "Don't touch him like that." Others tried to hold people back. But it was too late. The dance floor had become a war zone. Drinks spilled. Tables flipped. Someone screamed as a bottle shattered. The booth where Scrappy had been moments earlier now looked like a storm had hit it. Bouncers moved fast, grabbing Kirk and pulling him out of the mess. Another tried to separate Jock from Scrappy. Scrappy's people kept pushing. Security was now using full force, trying to pull everyone apart before real punches were thrown. The DJ stopped the music completely. Broken glass crunched underfoot. Club staff started helping push people back. The scene was wild, shouting, phones in the air, flashes going off. Eventually, orders started to return. Kirk and Jock were escorted out a side door, surrounded by security, fists still clenched. They didn't say a word, but their faces said enough. Scrappy stood there breathing hard as someone from his crew whispered, "Let it go." Not here. Outside, people were already uploading videos. One 15-second clip of the fight had thousands of views within minutes. Yo, that's Scrappy and Jock. Someone shouted in the background. Online, the comments were pouring in. Jock and Kirk tripping. Nah, Scrappy was talking too much. Yo, I was there. It got crazy fast. This is why I love ATL clubs, never a dull night. But this wasn't just club drama. This was bigger. Scrappy's got endorsements, deals, appearances, and this kind of public mess? It could cost him. Same goes for Kirk and Jock. They've got business ties all over the city. When fights go viral, it's not just about bruised feelings. It's about real consequences. Broken relationships. Lost money. Maybe even legal trouble if someone decides to press charges. The club will survive. It always does. But the people involved? That's another story entirely. What happened last night was more than just some words exchanged in a club. It was about trust, betrayal, loyalty, and how quickly things can spiral when emotions run high. What started as a regular night ended in a full-on showdown. And now, the whole city is talking. What do you think? Did Scrappy deserve that heat? Were Kirk and Jock right to confront him in public like that? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want the full follow-up when the dust settles, make sure you're subscribed. Because in Atlanta, the drama never really ends. And that's how it all went down in the heart of Atlanta's nightlife: tension, loyalty, and a whole lot of drama under the flashing lights. What started as a night out turned into a viral moment that people won't forget anytime soon. But now, we want to hear from you. Was Scrappy out of line? Or did Kirk and Jock take things too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real stories and behind-the-scenes drama. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and stay tuned.